Oh, it's recording. Okay. It's kind of strange. You click off the stuff and it starts recording, so. Anyway, since this video might be deleted, I'm going to be concentrating more on this camera here. To make the recording. Okay. Anyway, hi. What I'm going to read to you is a Jordanian Muslim sheikh who agrees with me that the Koran says that the Jews are to have the promised land. In other words, Israel. And that there is no Palestine. It's supposed to be for the Jews. And that Allah, according to the Quran, entered the sheikh, gave the Holy Land to the Jews. Okay, anyway, I'll read it to you right now. Alright, here it goes. Allah gave Israel to the Jews. There's no Palestine. Oh, excuse me. Breath going here. Okay. Yeah, Allah gave Israel to the Jews. There's no Palestine. Muslim scholar in Jordan attacks Palestinians, and quote, for distorting the Koran. Jews given Israel, quote, until the day of judgment. And this is what he says. Allah has promised Israel to the Jews, so says Sheikh Ahmad Adwan, a Muslim scholar living in Jordan, who declared on his Facebook page recently that, quote, Palestine, unquote, doesn't exist. Blogger Elder of Ziyon translated Arab news sources that this Saturday reported on Adwan's statements in which he quotes the Quran saying Allah assigned Israel to the Jews until the day of judgment, Sura 5 verse 21, and that the Jews are the inheritors of Israel, Sura, that's chapter 26 verse 59. I say to those who distort the Quran, from where did you bring the name Palestine, you liars, you accursed, when Allah has already named it, the Holy Land, and bequeathed it to the children of Israel until the day of judgment, unquote, argued Adwan. Quote, there is no such thing as Palestine in the Quran. Quote, your demand for the land of Israel is a falsehood, and it constitutes an attack on the Quran, on the Jews and their land. Therefore, you won't succeed. And Allah will fail you and humiliate you, because Allah is the one who will protect them, that is the Jews, words Adwan. And you know something? So far, every war that Israel's been in, the Jews have won. You know? So I think this guy is right. You know? Every war the Jews have been in, when they were attacked by the Muslims, the Jews won. So that seems to support the Quran and the Bible. The Sheikh had more harsh words for, quote, the Palestinians, quote, calling them, quote, the killers of the children, the elderly and women, and using them as human shields in order to falsely accuse the Jews of targeting them. He reports having seen the same tactic used by, quote, Palestinians, quote, against the Jordanian army in the 1970s. Quote, this is their habit and custom, their viciousness, and their having hearts of stones towards their children, and their lying to public opinion in order to get its support, declared Adwan. Adwan has previously said his support for the Jewish people, quote, comes from my acknowledgement of their sovereignty on their land and my belief in the Quran, or as the Oblamer would call it, the Quran, which told us, and I'll read this one more time. Adwan has previously said his support for the Jewish people, quote, comes from my acknowledgement of their sovereignty on their land and my belief in the Quran, which told us and emphasized this in many places, like his Allah's saying, quote, O people, that is the children of Israel, enter the Holy Land, which Allah has assigned unto you. That's Surah 5, verse 21. The Jews are a peaceful people, according to Adwan, who says, quote, If they are attacked, they defend themselves, while causing as little damage to the attackers as possible. It is an honor for them that Allah has chosen them over the worlds, meaning over the people and the jinns, spiritual creatures, until the day of judgment, when Allah chose them. He didn't do so out of politeness, and He wasn't unjust. He wasn't unjust to other peoples. It is just that they, the Jews, deserve this. And here's the video. I think I'll play that video. So we'll stop it for you and play it for you. Okay. So here it goes. Here. Yeah. Stop recording this one right here. All right. Bye.